Bernie Madoff is behind bars and isn't talking, but a Fortune magazine investigation has uncovered some of the secrets underlying his massive swindle. Now, with the fraudster in jail, the secrets of his $65 billion scam are starting to be unlocked. Most commonly, white-collar cases begin with a quiet, behind-the-scenes investigation, followed by a series of deals with junior employees who are squeezed by prosecutors to cough up details on their superiors. Step by step, the prosecutors move up. Finally comes the denouement, the ringmaster hauled into court in handcuffs. But with Madoff, every aspect of that traditional narrative has been inverted. The case began with his flabbergasting confession, which set off the investigation. Madoff claimed he committed his crimes all by himself. However, because his Ponzi scheme spanned decades and continents, a fog of suspicion immediately engulfed family members who worked at the firm, as well as employees and business associates. Now that fog may be about to lift. Fortune magazine has reported that Frank DePascali, a 33-year veteran of the firm and Madoff's chief deputy, is trying to negotiate a plea deal with federal prosecutors. In exchange for a reduced sentence, DePascali would divulge his encyclopedic knowledge of Madoff's scheme. Unlike his boss, DePascali is willing to name names. DePascali reportedly has no evidence that other Madoff family members were participants in the fraud. However, he is prepared to testify that he manipulated phony returns on behalf of some prominent individual Madoff investors. Some people widely assumed by the public to have been involved in the fraud may not have been, and at least some Madoff investors who appeared to be victims may not have been entirely innocent after all. As for Bernie Madoff, he has traded a 4,000-square-foot penthouse and a place among Wall Street's elite for a 76-square-foot jail cell and what may be a lifelong sentence. His bespoke charcoal suits have been replaced by an orange jumpsuit. He spends his days reading and exercising. Still in all, one person who has recently visited says Madoff looks surprisingly good. Perhaps that's because, for the first time in decades, Madoff has no secret weighing him down. That burden has been passed to his family members, whose name is eternally blackened whether or not they were involved, to his former employees, who lost their livelihoods and are now struggling to get new jobs with the taint of the Madoff name on their resume, and most of all, to his victims, many of whom are struggling to make ends meet. Madoff left a historic mess. It's going to take a long time to clean it up.